1, 2, 3.
We are good.
So good
We're
at
in
that.
sync.
It's phenomenal. Office Talk!
Office Talk!
It's back.
We are back.
2 in 1 day. Who would have thought?
We are on a roll.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
Doing it.
Are we YouTubers?
Look at this. Look at this. Merch. See this?
Damn.
Merch. And it's for sale. Merch for sale. I'm selling this hat for $2 million.
Damn, that's a bargain.
You
Give
can
me
buy
2.
it right now. Sale's over. Can't buy it anymore.
Damn.
Sorry. You missed. Anyway.
We're back with some more Sony rumor news because some new Sony camera is dropping soon.
People can't keep their mouths shut.
No, they can't. Leaks everywhere.
Stop leaking.
But then again, I feel like the leaks are a part of the culture now. It keeps people invested.
Are you accusing Sony of intentionally leaking?
Just as much as Marvel.
Oh.
No, so we just talked about the RX10 that has been announced a couple days ago. And now in about a week, the FX5, allegedly called the FX5, is being dropped or is being announced. The long-awaited update, apparently for the FX3. That's how it's been labeled as. And with little research I did in the past 10 minutes, I have changed my mind about it.
Ooh.
Because it's not an FX3 update.
Ooh.
It's not an FX3 Mark II.
Ooh. I'm curious.
People have called it like a mini Venice camera.
Oh, shit.
So it's not like a Sony Alpha update. It's more of like a Sony Venice update.
Like an FX reset?
Almost.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
A fix?
It fixed a lot of
A
things.
fix for the FX? Sick.
Because the more I look about the rumors, like if anything of this list is true, if everything in this list is true, the FX3 and the FX6 don't make any sense anymore.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So you think they're putting like a new cornerstone upon which to build the FX?
I think so.
Meanwhile, the old FX building is rotting next to it.
I mean, I feel like a lot of like these things could just be software updates for like the FX3 and the FX6. Also, I don't know how, I don't know mechanics and like coding. So, I don't know if you can add OpenGate to an FX6 by update.
No idea.
But I mean, like if that's possible, then, maybe that could like bridge the gap a little bit more. But
When we talk about these things, we talk about them in the sense that somebody would talk about a car.
yes.
There's a lot more potential in a car when it comes off the line, but the way it comes off the line is the interesting part,
Yeah.
right? If you were to order it from the manufacturer, what is the product that they give you? I understand you can jailbreak shit and make it do things that it can't, but if I just hold the camera in my hand from store, I want to be impressed by the camera that's in my hand.
Yes.
Will I be impressed by this?
I think you will.
Okay. Yeah.
So is the FX lineup, it's of course focused on filming. So you get a new 16.6 megapixel sensor that
Nice.
can shoot OpenGate.
Oh.
So finally Sony is getting the OpenGate
Oh,
option feature.
How big
New
of a sensor?
sensors that can do now, apparently it can shoot 16-bit internal RAW,
yes.
which with different kinds of codecs that I don't understand, so I will not talk about them.
Okay.
But different types of compressed codecs for the internal RAW. Now, just having that option, internal RAW, with the FX5 already puts it above the FX6. Because the FX6 can't do internal RAW.
Mm-hmm.
It can do external 6-bit RAW. It can't do OpenGate. So you're having this camera that's under in the lineup, but over in terms of specs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a bit weird.
Essentially, it's a new flagship for the FX line.
I think so.
The FX5 becomes the flagship.
Yeah.
In which case, if there is a new FX6, then it's just going to have to be boosted stats on the FX5.
Yeah.
Maybe a bigger body or something.
Or just more inputs.
More
Because I think that's what will limit the FX5. You'll have
Okay.
all this like crazy power, but you're not going to have you probably won't have like XLR, or you'll have XLR with like a handle, right? But not on the body.
Yeah,
You might not
something
have
can mount.
SDI.
Because there's that one picture that's been going around of something mounted to the top of
Yeah.
it.
Because I think like right now with the FX3, you can have the top mount.
Yeah.
It adds like 1 or 2 XLR. So it's always like an extra feature or an extra accessory to get.
If we're thinking cynically, this might be like a business strategy for them.
Yeah.
Is to sell a brain that is phenomenal and above all the competition, and then have all the add-ons be the functionality of the camera, essentially.
Yeah.
In which case, maybe a little bit frustrating. But I mean, we don't know anything about.
We don't know
this.
anything.
We know nothing about this camera. The only thing
All of
we
this could be
know is
false.
what people have told us.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, all of it could be fake.
Another feature, triple base ISO. So apparently they're going to have, or they're talking about having like an in-between ISO, so you can have the base being 800 in S-Log3, and then the second in the traditional double ISO would be 12,008. Now they're talking about like a 1600 or something,
1600 base would be.
just to like, you know, save those highlights.
That's nice because 1600 is so functional.
Yeah.
Use it for so many.
Exactly.
Oh, that's nice.
Now, an interesting feature, maybe, is the option of having the camera with or without IBS or IBIS,
Which is the internal
in-body image stabilization. Now, I don't know why you would want to remove it. If you have it, you can always have the option of just having it off, like turned off.
Is it for like a lens line that doesn't have internal stabilization?
But I
'Cause
mean,
if
already
you-
the FX3 has IBIS.
Yeah.
The FX6 doesn't.
No.
So I don't know the perks of having it or not having it, why you would want to have it or not have it. I don't know how that's going to like impact the price.
Maybe there's like a cheap lens lineup they have in mind that doesn't have stabilization, or like a more expensive lineup that has better glass but no stabilization.
Yeah. So then you would want to have it in body.
Exactly. So you could just have the best of the best.
Yeah.
That would be like a new cinema lens lineup from Sony. Which, to be fair, Sony needs to update their cinema lens lineup. They don't have much.
Do they have anything?
They do. They have. I know nothing about it, but I remember something being available in the past 10 years.
Okay.
And to be fair, that's like the time frame we're talking about. We're on like Grand Theft Auto time frames now.
Yeah.
Like the FX6 or the FX5. No, the FX6 and the FX3 were like how long ago?
At
Like a
least
decade?
5. Yeah, a decade, like 5 years plus.
When was that? When release date of FX6? 2020. So 6 coming up 7 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
It's a long time.
It's a long time. And a lot has happened
Yes.
with competitor. We talk about the FX all the time because it is a fascinating story.
Yeah.
It's like this. The FX line got everybody addicted to Sony because the FX line was the best. It was phenomenal. Internal NDs and maybe not.
Not in the FX3, but in
But the FX3 had stabilizer. So the FX3 was super usable as a run and gun. The FX6 also super usable as a run and gun, but sort of missed some of the conveniences. And then in the last 6 years, the competitors have like surpassed
Yeah.
by like miles, having more features, including RAW shooting,
Yes.
for example.
I mean,
Now,
just like a
Canon
Nikon.
And Nikon has RAW.
Nikon with the ZR. I think it's just the ZR that can just, like, you know, ever since they bought Red
Yeah.
and just merged. Oh,
And now Canon has it too, right? I think Canon has a version of RAW. Maybe not.
something like that.
I'm kind of dumb. I shoot still photos. So in the last 6 years, you've gone from the first 2 years of that, everybody like only considering Sony, and then slowly starting to be like, well, if Sony doesn't give us something soon, we're just going to leave because obviously it's a better system elsewhere.
Yeah.
But everybody's so invested in the system. So whatever they release now, and the rumor is July 22nd,
Yes.
there's going to be an announcement. And the rumor is that the announcement is going to be the FX5. It has to be phenomenal.
It has to be groundbreaking.
It has to crush the competition to make everybody feel safe about owning the Sony ecosystem.
Yes.
And if it doesn't do that, kind of game over for the FX line. I don't want to be too dramatic, but we are on YouTube. So it's game over. Sony's going to die in sync. No.
Sony went bankrupt?
Big quiet. Let me give you a thumbnail.
But yeah, so I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting to see how people are marketing it as a mini Venice. Because I mean, the Venice camera is like the system that you like. If you like Sony, it's like the cinematic system, right?
What are the arguments in favor of it being a small Venice? Like, what are the comparisons we should be looking at?
A new rumor is that it's going to have a Venice style menu system,
Yes.
which I don't even know what that looks like. I have never used a Venice camera,
I'm fucking pumped though. I'm ready for it.
but just having a new menu system, which will be more centered towards filming, will be interesting to see and to use.
Is there a sense that people want this to not at all feel like an FX from previous? To be like, stepping into a new era of Sony? Like new menu, new look, new color, new... Because the old bodies were gray. Like, what if the new color is black or something cool?
I think they're going to stay within that realm.
Yeah.
But I think it's just in terms of like features, it'll... Like you said, it needs to do something completely different.
Yeah.
It needs to revolutionize consumer cinematic filmmaking.
But is there like a superficial, interactive kind of experience that people are looking for that makes it feel like you are doing something new? Like, finally Sony released something new and I'm stoked to be a part of it. Like, because if it just looks and feels and has the same menus as the old FX, you're really relying on that hardware to be like phenomenal.
Yeah.
To deliver some like insane experience that some other camera company can't do. But if it has like a slight hint of a new vibe where people are like, oh, can I see the new menu? What does it look like? Can I hold it? I hear it feels way better. Like, these are kind of superficial things that don't really affect the final output of the image.
But it affects you using it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's got this calling to you as a person who invests in camera gear. Like, I need the new thing because it looks slightly different or feels slightly different.
So far, there's been nothing in terms of physical attributes.
Okay.
People all have their different renders of what it could look like. Some people have just made like a bigger FX3. Some have made like a crazier FX6. So there's really no tell to like what it could look like. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the Venice cameras are huge. You know, they're cinema cameras.
Yeah.
They're immense. And then I think the Venice 2 also have I forget what it's called, but you can basically detach the sensor from the body.
Yeah.
And then run like a smaller, more compact, and then cable runs to the brains.
Isn't that like the James Cameron thing?
Something like that, yeah. So it almost feels like this FX5 could like almost not replace that, but like, oh, we need a really good camera to put in this like very tight spot.
Yeah. So bring it down to a price point that makes sense for 90% of filmers out there. Do you think it's going to be priced cheaper than the FX6?
So this is where it gets conflicting, because if you have all of these new features that are like very anticipated and like very good, I feel like it should be same price or even more than the FX6.
Okay.
But then the FX6 becomes redundant.
Yeah. It does.
Like, there's no
or it
point
could
of having
become a smaller version of the... We know Sony's nomenclature, the way that they name things, doesn't necessarily go chronological.
Yeah.
Right? A7, good. A9, better. A1, best.
Yeah.
They're confusing. So it's not necessary that the FX3 is going to be the little boy, the FX5 is the medium, and the FX6 is the big daddy. Right? It could be that the FX5 is the flagship, the monster.
That is how it started, though, with the FX6, the FX9, the FX3.
There was an FX9.
There was an FX9. No one really talked about it that much.
Why?
I think it was just expensive. And, like, if you have an FX9, then you're also approaching... Now you have, like, a new Burano camera, which has image stabilization.
Mm-hmm.
So it just feels like there's a lot of options in different kind of price range, but they kind of all do similar things.
Yeah. Because the Burano and then the Venice are like the two top tiers.
Yeah.
Huh. I know, like, quick disclaimer, I got to do it in every single video, but I am a Sony ambassador. I've been working.
I am not.
I've been working with Sony for like 10 years now. It doesn't mean I'm good with film cameras or know anything about the film lineup or cinema lineup, but it does mean that people expect me to have answers that I really don't have. They don't tell me
They
shit.
don't tell you anything.
I beg all the time. They never tell me anything because they don't even know anything.
Yeah.
They're very good at keeping secrets. The only problem is this Sony Alpha Rumors guy is very good at breaking secrets.
I wonder where he gets all his information from.
He definitely knows Tim Sony or something.
Sony.
Heir of the Sony lineup, Timothy Sony. I'm very curious about this camera because this is, once again, I mean, we're on YouTube, so we're allowed to be dramatic. This is make or break for Sony. Like, this has to work. It has to be phenomenal.
It has to be great because, like, even for Mats, which is our colleague who films a lot with us, we've been looking at different cameras. We've been looking at different companies because it's more enticing now.
Mm-hmm. Sony
has been stagnating, which is hard to take because, like, you know, when they came out with the first A7, revolutionary, I could see in the dark. A7S2,
the A7S, yeah,
as well, like, just pushed the bar even further, and then they kind of just stayed there for a bit.
Yeah,
and then the A7S3 came out. That was nice, but it wasn't as big of a jump.
Yeah, and
we've just stayed there.
We've talked about this in our previous videos, and everybody watching now can go back and watch every single previous video to see what I mean. But it seemed confused, like the film lineup. The A7S is phenomenal at what it does, but it plays second fiddle to the FX3, which is slightly better than the FX30, which is not as good as the FX5, which is not as good as the FX9, and so on and so forth. And it's just like cannibalized itself into this amorphic kind of, I don't know, amalgamation of random big words that I don't actually know. No.
But also, like, all of them are just expensive.
Yeah, they're all expensive, and each one is sort of missing a distinct purpose.
Yeah.
You have this collection of cameras that does a lot of things really well, has slowly become outdated altogether, and doesn't really have like this one is the good one at this. Not like the A9 is the great action / journalist still camera.
Yeah.
The A1 is the great all-arounder, like, commercial monster that can still handle speed. The A7R6 is the great commercial high image quality. Like, you see, the still cameras all have very specific purposes. But the FX3 and the FX6 and then the FX30, like, they're just smaller versions of each other.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, like, this is the good one at this. And I'm guessing the FX5 will still be an all-rounder. It's not going to be great at one thing because they need to sort of reintroduce us to the FX lineup.
Yeah.
But this is their opportunity to tell everybody, if you're going to buy cinema, if you're going to film anything on Sony cameras, film on the FX line. Yep. Don't get the A7S line. We're not going to make it anymore. Get the FX line. If you want a hybrid, get the FX2. It shoots both, whatever. But if you want to film, fucking film. Let's go.
Exactly. And even then, like, if the FX6 could do internal RAW, already would have put it in a different tier, in a specific, like, if you want, you know, just to have good cinema features, like, at a reasonable price, FX3.
Yeah.
If you want to actually, you know, you're serious about this, FX6, now you have your step into the RAW market. But it doesn't even have that.
Yeah.
So then that's where it's like, okay, so what's the, like, sure, maybe you get internal NDs. Nice.
Yeah.
Does that justify everything?
But I feel like the internal NDs should be sort of the step up. Like, that RAW should be, if you can put RAW on a sensor, you can put it on all the sensors.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying that with zero. I'm a dumbass. I don't know how to make a sensor. I don't even know what's in a sensor. I just know that it senses. If you can put RAW in a sensor, you should be able to put it in all the sensors. So the entire FX lineup, to me, should have RAW. It should have the same size sensors. It should be full frame sensors. I think they should be big. They should be open gate. And
global shutter.
I was about to say global shutter, but, like, there needs to be some room for the FX6 and the FX9, if it ever comes back, or the FX5 to be better than the FX3.
Yeah.
So the FX3 should be like a very usable, really, really good RAW camera that can film. The FX5 should be, with global shutter, should be great. Open gate, phenomenal. Like, same sensor as all of them. And then the FX6 should be like a high-speed demon.
Yeah.
Like 1,000 frames a second. Just mind-blowing, insane, raw, open gate, global shutter. It should have all the bells and whistles, but in a package that costs not Venice money.
Mm-hmm.
It should be, like, gimmicky almost, but gimmicks that actually look really cool in big commercials or in, like, home videos.
Yeah.
High speed is the one I keep going back to because high speed rules. If you can shoot super, super slow motion, you're going to get something unique for your film that not everybody can do. But it should be something that you can afford. But everything to do with the sensor and the quality of the sensor and the usability of the sensor should just be ubiquitous throughout the FX lineup. That should be the FX calling, is our sensors rule. They're better than everybody else's.
Yeah.
This is why you buy FX. Everything else is just sort of like, here's the high-speed one, here's, I don't know, the commercial one, here's the high-resolution one, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Maybe the FX9 is the high-resolution one. That can shoot like 600K or whatever we're at in the next 2 years by the time that release. The FX6 should be the high-speed one. It still shoots 8K, but 8K at 120 frames and 4K at like 480 frames and then 1080 at 1,000.
Yeah.
And then the FX5 should be able to do everything all around, so 4K at 240 frames or something. Like, you see what I mean?
Mm.
And then the sensors should just be what defines the FX.
Yeah.
I'm curious because this is a chance for them to hit reset.
Exactly.
Start from zero.
And at the same point as well, if we're getting a new sensor, I do wonder how the colors are going to, have they changed their color science? The Venice sensors have a different color science. Will this be more like a Venice or like the other FX? If I'm getting the FX5, do I have to change all my other cameras to match the sensor?
Can you explain that?
No.
The colors. But in dumbass terms.
In dumbass terms, every sensor it's basically the way that it interprets signal input of light and converts it into information and then an image. And Sony has always kind of gotten crap for their color science. So basically how they render the colors of the real world into an image. I know Fuji is always praised for their color science just because it's a bit more maybe natural, whatever that means. I know people complain about the greens in Sony.
Especially the A7 lineup.
Yeah. The Venice camera has a different type of sensor that, of course, more cinematic. Whatever that means, again, everything is so subjective in those terms. But it's just the way that it processes colors. And then if you want your images to match, if you're using different cameras, you want them usually to have the same sensor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
go lofty ambitions. What do you want that hasn't been kind of rumored already in the FX5? Like what would change everything for you?
I feel like having a smaller camera than the FX6 with internal ND would be amazing. Okay. I think that's, for me, I would love just to have internal ND. Because having all these different glass and different mounts and different thread size and then having to always switch, that's just, especially when you're filming, I would just have to be able to click a button. It changes.
That's not very lofty, though.
Apparently for Sony it is.
Yeah, true. Yeah, up until now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, before you said that, I just sort of assumed the FX5 had it.
It wasn't rumored here. So it might not have it.
But it has to. It's like the one thing everybody's asking for. That's like, in all the rumors of the FX3 Mark II, that's like the one thing everybody's been asking for.
Not in the list.
I don't see that as being lofty, but now that you say it like that, maybe it is.
Maybe it is.
My ambitions are...
Yeah, what would you have?
480 frames per second at 4K.
Yeah.
Like, let's make a statement with this thing. This thing is a monster. If you're going to be paying 100,000 plus or like 10,000 plus euros for, like what is it, the Firefly or whatever, the super slow-mo thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what it costs, but let's say it costs like 10,000 euros to get a super slow-mo camera. That's going to blow people's minds. This should be like a 50,000 kroner or 5,000 euro interpretation of that thinking, plus better autofocus, plus better sensor quality, plus global shutter, so on and so forth. So I think the things that should be accepted in this, internal NDs should just be accepted. RAW, let's just accept it's going to happen. Open gate, why not? Come on.
It has to.
Has to. We shoot vertical now. Get used to it.
Yeah.
Give me open gate. And there was one more thing I had. Global shutter, maybe.
Yeah.
They have a global shutter. It works on the A9. We know how to make it. Just make it. We
We
no
have
more
the science. We
no
have
more
the-
rolling shutter. Let's fix that shit. Get out of here. Those four things to me should like be expected.
Yeah.
Above that is like software specs, drive speed, yeah, so on and so forth,
Yeah.
and AI auto focus, whatever they have. Yeah.
Because it's either that in terms of like software, or then in terms of hardware, we need, you know, just outputs or inputs,
Mhm.
right? SDI, XLR, being able to record on an SSD, something that Blackmagic has been doing for years now, decades.
hmm
That would be nice for Sony to let us do.
What would that look like? Like
Cable,
just a cable you plug in?
yeah, just
And
USB-C.
some sort of mounts.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think they would, because then they wouldn't really sell as much of their CF Express.
But why not produce like some proprietary mounted SSD that clicks onto the side with like a magnet
Yeah,
or something?
that'd be dope.
I'm sure that would fuck up something, a magnet next to a memory, but
But just like a clip or something.
yeah. Just,
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. Like in the beginning, I mentioned Sony sells you a brain that's better than everybody else and then has all these accessories. These are things they could easily do.
Yeah.
Like you mount this to the side and then you can snap the memory SD
Mhm.
card on. Like Red used to do. Red used to sell SD cards, right? That worked so well with their cameras. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm super pumped for the FX5.
Yeah, I mean,
Assuming
it's
it's
been we've been like waiting for an update for at least a cinema series for a long time.
A very long time.
So it's a lot. It's an overdue
Yes.
that we're here.
And I think we speak on behalf of the entire photo community and filming community that we're excited.
Yes.
Whatever they release, we're excited about it. We can't wait to get our hands on it and try it. But it better be good.
Better be good. Will this be something that I replace my FX3 with?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I really hope so. Anything else you want to say about the FX5 or any potential FX news?
No. If it's a complete like different beast, like it's rumored here, it should have been called something else.
Yeah, just change that. But I mean, like I said, Sony sucks at naming things.
The Mini Venice.
Yeah. Why? I mean, why do they get the what is it called? Baruna?
Burano?
Baraba? That's a sick name.
Yeah.
Venice is a sick name.
Yeah.
Give the lower level guys sick names. Just give me one word. Like a
We're not
cool-
asking for much. Like Dennis.
Yeah, I mean, Red did it so well
Yes.
with the Epic, the Dragon,
The
the
Scarlet.
Velociraptor, or whatever.
But it gets complicated because then you have the body, which has a name, and then you have the sensor, which also has a name.
Oh. Fuck. I'm gonna stick to still photos. That's all I know. With that, we're gonna do another film in the next few minutes, I guess.
Maybe? Who knows?
Maybe it could be. About Sony. Sony's turning 20 years old this year. That's a big thing.
Can almost drink in America.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. That's insane. I don't like that. All right. Anyway, follow, like, subscribe if you want to see that video, and go back and watch all the other ones. We'll
Yes,
see you in the
sir.
next one.
Peace.